So, Apple has a FaceTime problem. Hot take! Hey there, friends on YouTube. My name is Jason, sometimes known as the JTL. This is Painfully Honest Tech so honest it hurts. And this is going to be what I'm going to call a hot take. Specifically about this Apple bug where you could listen to other people on their phones who didn't answer your FaceTime call, etc., etc., etc. I'm a little late, so maybe this isn't a hot take. I'm a little late just because I've been super busy and I didn't get a chance to really talk to anybody about this and get in front of a camera so that I could make a video. But here I am. And first off, if you're not familiar, what is the problem? What has the problem been? The problem has been this. Apple, I guess, there was a bug in FaceTime, specifically, I guess, group FaceTime, where if you started a call and then added yourself to a call really quick, then you could somehow listen to the other people that you were calling, even if they didn't pick up the call. So you could hear what they were saying, etc., etc. I'll link a video from Rene Ritchie down there in the description below. He can explain it better than I can. But suffice it to say that it was a bug that allowed people to listen in to other people without the other people knowing that they were listening in, and that is generally a problem, right? Right. I mean, we're all so concerned about our privacy, and Apple themselves, Apple's been on a little bit of a high horse when it comes to privacy. They sort of, scolded Facebook not long ago, and now they had their own privacy problem. Since the exploit was discovered, Apple has taken down the servers that allow for group FaceTime. They've got a fix identified. They are going to test that fix. They are going to make that fix a thing that comes to your devices later on this week. So is this a big deal? Is this a big deal? Well, anytime you can spy on people, I guess it's a big deal. Did Apple put this in as a feature that they didn't want people to know about? I don't think so. It doesn't seem like there was any malice whatsoever in doing this. It seems like it was honestly a bug that someone discovered, and now Apple is squashing it. And that is the long and short of the story. I don't think there's anything to talk about in terms of whether or not Apple is now hypocritical because they had their own security. Stuff like this is going to happen. This is the thing. I understand people's desire for privacy in their digital lives. It totally makes sense to me to want to have as much privacy as possible, to not want your devices spying on you, etc., etc., etc. But at this point, I'm not going to make a big deal out of this Apple situation because stuff like this is still going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to always happen. There's always going to be something. There's going to be bugs, and there are going to be bugs, and those bugs are going to have to be fixed. Apple is not guilty in this case of things like selling your information to other companies, all the kinds of things like that happen in this thing. Apple, they had a bug in their FaceTime stuff. People recognized it. The internet blew up. Apple is now fixing it. End of story. I don't think it's really that big a deal. Maybe you think differently down in the comments. I think if you're using devices, if you're on the internet, if you're part of the digital world, you're opening yourself up to a certain amount of risk. Whether or not that risk is malice aforethought or not, you are always opening yourself up to a little bit of risk when you use these services. So I don't think there's anything to really complain about here. If Apple was like, no, that doesn't happen, or we found out that they had somehow made this thing as a Trojan horse into people's homes or whatever, then it's a problem. But this is just a mistake. And that's my hot take on this FaceTime listening bug that came out yesterday, and I'm just now getting a chance to talk about it. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Is it a big deal to you? Should Apple be chastised beyond just the embarrassment of having this happen after they've, sort of acted all high and mighty about security in terms of other companies? I don't know. Let's talk. Tell me down in the comments. Looking forward to it. If you like what you see here and you want to see more hot takes and other kinds of tech-related stuff that I'm going to do here, then you can like and subscribe and do all those kinds of things. And then if you have been here before, thank you so much for coming back. Once again, my name is Jason, sometimes known as the JTL. This is Painfully Honest Tech. Tech so honest it hurts. Until the next time, I'm out. Hey, you're still here and you haven't left yet, and maybe you want to watch another video. There are a couple of videos here that I suggest that maybe you want to check out. Also, hit me on the social medias over there, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'd love to have you back again sometime soon. Thank you so much for being here.